Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, an insight. Episode 259. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In the previous episode, we heard how the fakir appeared in front of Chandrabai Borkar at Pandharpur and guided her to go to Dawn railway station. And when she was chiding the fakir about shortage of funds, the most compassionate one provided tickets to her and two of her companions, enabling them to reach Dawn without any hassle. Ramachandra Borkar, after resigning his job at Pandharpur, came to Dawn, rented a house and stayed there. The three ladies reached Dawn railway station, and to her utter shock, Ramachandra Borkar was found in a semi-conscious state at the station, holding a teacup firmly on one of his hands, which was half empty. At that juncture, a fakir appeared and shook Ramachandra Borkar, woke him from his semi-conscious state and questioned him, "Why did you neglect my mother? She is coming down by the train in carriage number so-and-so." After providing him the carriage number, the fakir wrote down the details in a paper and passed it on to Ramachandra Borkar. He was shocked and thought, "Who this is, taking me to task?" and looked up to receive the chit. By then, the fakir disappeared. For a moment, he wasn't sure if it was a dream or real. This cannot be a dream because he has the chit given by the fakir with all the details of the train that Chandrabai Borkar is arriving. The timing was so perfect because it was the time for the train to reach the railway station. As soon as the train stopped in the platform, Ramachandra went to the carriage as mentioned in the chit. Lo, to his pleasant surprise, he found his wife and two other ladies alighting from the train. As soon as she stepped down, she was amazed to find her husband waiting to receive her. She had been nervous all this time, worrying where she would find him. Chandrabai was curious and immediately asked her husband how he knew about her arrival or the train she was travelling on, including the carriage details. Ramachandra Borkar said that a fakir accosted him while he was half dozed in the railway station and reprimanded him, saying, "How can you neglect my mother?" and gave him the details regarding the journey on a piece of paper. He continued, "While I was receiving the chit from him, he disappeared. I was wonderstruck at this sudden turn of events, pondering about the fakir and his timely guidance, and showed the paper provided by the mendicant." Hearing this, Chandrabai Borkar was overcome with emotions because she understood that the fakir that appeared before her husband was none other than her most revered Guru, Sri Sainath Maharaj. She was in utter surprise, connecting the events that took place at Pandharpur and at Dawn railway station. She could not control her feelings. Her throat choked and tears poured down from her eyes like streams of water, washing the holy feet of Sri Sai Baba with tears of gratitude for taking so much pain and traveling to places just for her sake. Chandrabai said to her husband, I have told you many times to accompany me to have darshan of Sri Sai Maharaj, but you never heeded my call, whereas the most compassionate Sri Sai Baba has come this far to help us rejoin without any hassle. Ramachandra Borkar took Chandrabai and the other ladies to the quarters. The one who never believed in God or Gurus for the first time had an interest to see Sri Sai Maharaj's picture. He wanted to confirm if the fakir he saw was the same. So he asked Chandrabai to show the photo of Sri Sai Baba that she regularly worshipped. Oh, he was pleasantly surprised to see that the picture of Sri Sai Maharaj and the image of the fakir that he accosted him was one and the same. He immediately said, I will definitely take the darshan of Sri Sai Baba. Chandrabai was extremely happy to hear this statement from her husband. Appearance of Sri Sai Maharaj as a fakir to Ramachandra Borkar became the greatest blessing in his life. Let's listen to those blessings now. Sri Sai Maharaj had given many mind-boggling experiences to her. Once, Sri Sai Baba advised Chandrabai to adhere Kokila Vrit. Let's listen to the significance of this Vrit. To recall, in Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, for the sake of protecting the life of Nana Sahib Chandorkar's daughter Mainatai, Sri Sai Maharaj took different forms such as the horse cart driver, horses, foot, to enable his messenger Ramgir Buva to reach Jamnar and pass on the holy Udi and the Arati song. Now, in the case of Chandrabai, it was Sri Sai Baba that instructed her to perform this vrat. The last day of the fast or the closing day of the religious ritual is known as Udyapan. Any spiritual endeavor must have a proper closing, but that is feasible only by the grace of the Lord. This is evidence of the fact that the spiritual sadhana performed by the devotee has been accepted and blessed by the Lord. Let's listen to the divine sport of Sri Sai Baba now. During her vrat period, Sri Sai Maharaj appeared as a fakir in front of Chandrabai Borkar and asked her to provide puran poli and garlic paste. Why did Sri Sai Maharaj ask for garlic paste? Before we ponder on that, let us first heed to the significance of performing this vrat. This is considered as one of the greatest vrats to perform. This vrat is dedicated to Goddess Sati and Lord Shiva. According to legends, this vrat is associated with Goddess Sati as she is believed to have performed this vrat when she immolated herself when her father Daksh insulted Lord Shiva. After this incident, Goddess Sati spent 1000 celestial years as a cuckoo before she returned to her original form and merged with Lord Shiva. So, women that perform this vrat is believed to get the boon of not going through widowhood phase in their life and would always die prior to their husband. Because a lady considers themselves to be unfortunate or as a curse to lead a life without their spouse. Those who perform this vrat will never face such a situation. The term kokila refers to the bird cuckoo. There is a belief that if a woman prays to the idol of cuckoo made of clay during kokila vrat, will get a loving and caring husband with longevity. Kokila Vrat is only observed in the years when there is an intercalary Ashada month. It is also known as Kokila Purushottam month, which means it can be observed during Ashada Masa is leaped. This occurs only once in 19 years. So, this vrat is performed only once in 19 years. This belief is supposed especially in North Indian states, but in some regions of southern and western parts of India, Kokila Vrat is observed annually on Ashada Purnima. The year 1908 happened to be the conducive month to perform Kokila Vrat, and the year Ramachandra, and that year Ramachandra Borkar was working at Pandharpur, and as usual Chandrabai was at Shirdi. At that juncture, the most compassionate Sri Sai Maharaj told Chandrabai Borkar, Bai, you perform Kokila Vrat, the Lord will be greatly pleased by your spiritual sadhana and will grant you greatest blessings. Chandrabai Borkar was getting prepared to start the Vrat. This Vrat is usually performed at the banks of the river where Lord Shiva's temple is situated. As per this Vrat, all the 30 days of Ashada month in the early morning, the women should bathe in the river, consume just one meal for the day, perform puja to Lord Shiva, read the Kokila Gauri Vrat story that consists of 30 chapters which sings the glory of the Lord. Every day, one chapter from this book must be read, followed by Arati, then circumambulate the temple and prostrate to the holy feet of the Lord. The puja gets completed for the day on hearing the sound made by a cuckoo bird. As birds will be easily found on the river banks, it is suggested to perform this vrat in such places. By chance, if the devotee is not residing close to the banks of the river bed, then they can perform the puja in their own cities or towns but make a clay model of a cuckoo and perform their puja. By performing this vrat devotedly, a lady will be blessed with a good-natured husband and the married women will never undergo the phase of widowhood, as this will grant their husband a long life. There is a very important reason for Sri Sai Maharaj to advise Chandrabai Borkar to perform this holy vrat. It is because Ramachandra Borkar's lifespan was very short. So, to extend his lifetime, the most benevolent Sri Sai Maharaj suggested Chandrabai Borkar to perform this vrat. Accordingly, Chandrabai Borkar went to Kopargaon, as the river Godavari flows there, and on its river bed there is also a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. This place being conducive to perform the vrat, she went to Kopargaon from Shirdi, stayed in a nearby place the whole of Kokila Purushottam month and began this vrat, and when it was getting closer to complete, lo! The Supreme God, Sri Sai Baba, appeared in front of her and showered his grace. What was that and how that benefited Chandrabai? We shall listen to those astounding leelas in the coming episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.